Hi Gemini, welcome to your love story tarot reading for I was going to say October, for November 2019. We have Venus moving into Sagittarius, which is a very spiritual sign. So it's all about soul connections for everybody in November. Also, Mercury is going retrograde. So this is a big time reassessment and reevaluation, which brings all kinds of different stuff into our reality. So let's see what's happening for Geminis in the love department with all this energy. I'm going to pull two sides, one energy here, one energy there. You decide, which side is speaking to you, or, this could be a couple different scenarios coming into your reading. All right, Gemini, let's take a look. Passionate connection coming through on one side, and love songs on the other. All right, Gemini. So could be a little bit of flirting going on with you and somebody that you are not officially with, okay? This is a passionate connection. We have love songs going on here. I feel like a newer type of energy, and I'm going to go through several scenarios, but the first one that's jumping out at me is like new love. A lot of chemistry, a lot of connection, and there's this special song, something about a song coming through, and this, I'll go over that with each scenario, but for you, new love, the song, it's going to be very significant. Like, most people have a song like after, a few months or a year or whatever, but it's almost like maybe some of you, this song is what brings you guys together. Like you meet at a concert, or you're at a music store, some sort of music festival, I don't know. Or maybe you both like some band that's not very known, and they're kind of just a very weird band. And you're like, oh my God, you know that band? I'm a fan of that band too. Like, so you knew romances, there is something attached to a song which brings you together, or how you guys connect, okay? So just putting that out there. But Gemini, this, for those of you with that this is new love that just showed up or is coming in November, it's hot, okay? It's got everything that you want, like the butterflies in your stomach, the sleepless nights, I can't eat, my head's in the clouds, like that's what I'm feeling here, okay? And like every love song ever written, you're like, I feel that, I feel that, I feel that, like about this person. And this could be where you're just crushing on them at this point, or they're crushing on you only, okay? But man, the chemistry, the connection is there, and there is something about a song. All right, next up that's coming through is some Geminis who are in a breakup with somebody. You guys had a very intense connection. You may have even questioned, is it just the sex? Is it just the physical chemistry? Are we addicted to each other? Is that what this is about? Because, you just always hit a brick wall. When things are really friction and intense and spicy and zesty in all the right ways, you got to remember that that energy also exists in arguments and disagreements and fights, and it's just as explosive and powerful and intense. And, when we're younger, it's really hard to understand those energies, those emotions, and discipline oneself. But as we move through life, go through relationships, different experiences, we grow, we mature, we become wiser. We're not as, emotionally triggered if we've emotionally matured. Obviously, not everybody does, but, when we do emotionally mature, that's when, that we can better temper the energies when there's disagreement, there's fight, there's arguing, and keep the heat where we want the heat. So some of you who are broken up, it's really like, it's just too intense for both of you right now. There may be some emotional growth and maturity that needs to take place on one or both sides, but there's a love song. There's something significant about a song. You keep hearing this song, it reminds you of them. They keep hearing the song too. It goes both ways. Don't think that it doesn't, okay? And lastly, those of you in committed relationships, I see like a reignition happening. There's something like we're going down memory lane. We're thinking about all we've been through. And there's a sense of satisfaction and happiness where maybe, you know, for a while we've been focused on the negative, what's not working, what we're not happy about. But the shifting of energies brings our focus to, we are so connected at the soul. You're my other half. Like, and there's a celebration of your love. And again, a significance around a love song. So let's pull some more cards here, Gemini, and dig a bit deeper about these two energies coming through. Not surprised to see this. The Magician, magic. There is magic in the passion and connection that you share with somebody. Just wowza. Nine of Pentacles, very strong, independent energy over here. Could also be hiding true emotions, the depth of one's emotions, okay? So those of you where this is newer love, I feel like this person coming through is very strong in their career, very strong financially, very independent person. They could also even sing or write music, create videos, music, something around freaking music. Man, this could drive me nuts. This is for new love, okay? Yeah, they're very strong within themselves, in their foundation, in their life, well-to-do, independent energy. Over here, it's magic and chemistry and connection. So this new love, ooh, this is a good match right here going on. Reconnections, or, you know, if we're separated, maybe not reconnecting. It looks like over here, this person really needs to gain their footing and independence and discover who they truly are at their core. And, you know, they could have been in the process of that, or now, due to the astrology, they're going into that process. But there is a song attached to the connection you guys share that they listen to quite frequently to feel close to you, okay? And over here, it's like, it doesn't matter how long we've been apart, like the fire still burns ever stronger, you know, with these two energies. And let me wish upon a star that someday you and I find our way back to each other. So there's more to this connection, even if we are separated at this time. And those of you in, you know, these committed situations, yeah, this is like a second go round at your relationship, new energy coming in, like falling in love again, and somebody really discovering who they are. And that's, I don't even know how to properly express that. There's something inside of them that has awoken, and in that awakening, it's making them more present in the relationship itself, and more romantic, more connected in, you know, to their heart space, feeling the bond in their soul, which causes them to handle things differently and say things differently, which only makes the relationship stronger and brings about that like growing closer, or like falling in love again type of energy. So let's pull some more cards. Other influences, revelations, sacred moments, spiritual awakening journey. Look at that. Look at that. And loyalty. All right, so new love. It's good stuff. And with this outside influences, it's almost like somebody set you guys up, or you're at like some event with a lot of other people around, okay? With other influences. And man, you guys just, I feel, have an instantaneous connection, new love. right away, and you're feeling it at your soul. I mean, spiritual awakening journey right there, okay? So new love coming in, Gemini, with somebody who is very strong and independent in themselves, something around music. If that speaks to you, this new love is very solid on both sides, and I see you in this relationship for a while. Loyalty, okay? Those of you where this is like somebody you are separated from, there's some other influence that had something to do with the separation, okay? But there's revelations coming into play inside of you, inside of them, and the sacred moments, that soul bond where, you know, nothing can compete with that. If you're connected at the soul, you're connected at the soul. You cannot escape that. It doesn't matter how great or attractive or how much somebody has. None of that compares to the soul connection. And due to the astrology, that's where we are focused. Even you guys are focused there, okay? Those of you that are in these, you know, committed relationships, married, been together a while, or just committed to each other, I do see like this walking down memory lane, just realizing like everything you guys have been through and how strong it's made you as a couple, you know, how much you've overcome as a couple. And there may be times where you thought like, oh, this isn't going to work, or I'm falling out of love with you. But it's like it all comes back. It all comes back in November, and you both are having some sort of like awakening at the soul about each other, about the relationship that you guys share. And it's like a decision. I don't belong with anybody but you, no matter what's happened. Like, you and I are you and I, we're an us, and you can't break that up. And that's just the conclusion you guys come to, despite what you've been through, because with sacred moments at the center of the reading, I mean, that speaks for itself, right next to spiritual awakening and revelations. Yeah, that's all about soul connections. And so you're feeling it, whoever you're involved with or disconnected from is feeling it. And I don't know, Gemini, I think those of you who are disconnected, this person just really needs to gain their footing and their grounding, and they're getting there. There's something that is, you know, turning on inside of them. Those of you in these committed relationships, there's something that's flipped on inside of one of you or both of you, and it just starts changing things, okay? So let's pull some more cards. We have Temperance, which is the representation of Sagittarius in the tarot. So there you go. Venus's movement into Sagittarius is going to be very powerful for you guys. And this is basically saying hold your ground, Gemini, with these other influences. If that's what disconnected you, or if you're in a committed relationship and that's been an issue, this is like Spirit saying, no, you hold your ground. You are not wrong in how you feel about that. Under Revelations, we have the Six of Swords, which these revelations, these epiphanies, this awakening is really leading you into a better place mentally and emotionally, or the relationship itself, okay, is moving into a much better place. And now we have the Knight of Pentacles, and this is under Sacred Moments, and this is a true blue loyal energy through thick and thin until the end. Okay, so those of you in committed relationships, there you go. Like, that's what exists between the two of you right there. Those of you who are broken up or separated, it's like right now, your best bet is only to be friends, like no friends with benefits, none of that, like just real normal friends until this person really gets themselves together, or it will be the same thing over again. And it's like there's something really precious here, and you don't want to abuse it or mishandle it by letting your emotions and desires get away from you. It's like, no, preserve it, stand your ground, take the high road, and preserve this until everybody is ready to truly be in this relationship. And the new loves coming in, it may be a mutual friend, or like if you're out at an event, like their friend starts talking to you, that's just the wingman to, you know, get you and this other person talking. I definitely feel like new love. There is some other influence involved. And if that's speaking to you, somebody's trying to hook you up, set you up, go with it, Gemini. It looks promising. We have the the Page of Swords. And this here in this position is somebody who is very defensive, very emotionally immature, gives low blows. But the thing is it's because they're very protective and defensive of themselves. And this is a person that's really experiencing the spiritual awakening and is taking them out of this energy into a much more emotionally mature place. And lastly, under loyalty, we have this beautiful Six of Cups, and this is a celebration of love right there, Gemini. So those of you in these committed relationships, just another confirmation of how we're reevaluating, reassessing just everything we've been through and coming into the recognition of how beautiful your love and connection is despite everything that you've been through. And there is no better person for you in this world besides them. Those of you who are disconnected, that Six of Cups tells me the relationship is not complete. Somebody's just working on some emotional maturity, really getting their footing, their independence right now. And that's just what they've got to be focused on. And then like this new love, I think the reason why it's so like just connected like from the get is because we've had a past life with each other right there. Okay, so last, to wrap this up, I'm going to pull some heart and soul conversation cards. And these are, you know, words in the heart of the other person that they don't speak, whether it's good or bad. This is just, you know, things that they have never said to you. And all 5 cards could speak to you or just 1 or 2, okay? The one that jumped is heart. There is so much I didn't say. I held it all in. It haunts me often. Okay, so whether, you know, we're in committed or we are separated from each other, you know, there's a lot that's been held back, and the person that's held back really kind of feels haunted by that, okay? Those of you in new love, I feel you both are holding back the extent in which you are feeling and vibing with each other. Next out is an ego message. I'm enchanted by you. It prevents me from being authentic with you. And this is coming out for those of you where, you know, this ex is somebody that you're still like connected to or trying to maintain a friendship with. And this is like, yeah, no friends with benefits, not whatsoever. Or it's like that person will never be able to get past just the physical connection that you guys do share. We have a heart message coming out. Our connection is etched into my soul. I just can't seem to forget you. This is beautiful for those of you in committed connections. This is like where it's you and me till the end, no matter what's happened. Right there, you are a part of me. I am a part of you. Those of you disconnected, yeah, they can't forget you any more than you can forget them. It's like they've got some work to do, though. New romances, you are etched in my soul. I'm telling you, you had a past life with each other prior. Next, we have a heart message. I am still hurt about what happened. I need more time. You know, this really, and that's coming out under this, you know, Page of Swords, which is that emotional, immature energy. Somebody could be feeling like a victim because you really stood your ground, but they will grow out of that, okay? It's just, it's got to take some time, some awareness, and then they will take responsibility. Last out is another heart message. I write messages to you. I just don't know how to send them to you. Really strong for those of you who are disconnected from somebody, because that comes out right under, you know, the Six of Cups. So Gemini, you know, those of you who are disconnected from somebody, you've just got to give it more time, because it looks like somebody's really trying to sort themselves out, figure themselves out. There's some other factor or influence that, you know, was part of the demise. There's some emotional growth and maturity that needs to take place, and, you know, revelations and spiritual awakening journey. It's happening. It's just really a matter of timing. You know, they've got to get their footing. New loves, again, anything around like being set up on a blind date, matched up with somebody, going out to different events, you meet somebody, like it's an instant connection, and I feel like you guys are meant to be, and you've had a past life. And lastly, those of you in these committed relationships, you're realizing 100%, like no matter what you've been through, you are meant to be, and that is that. All right, so those are your messages, Gemini. I'm wishing you all the best. Take care.